Alright, I really just wanted to make this right away, so it may not be a comprehensive look at Upward, but I really gotta show you guys this because it's super cool, and I found it while I was exploring Upward. First off, this isn't the most amazing thing in the world, but this is a pretty great sentry spot I found, especially if you have a Pybro that can watch your back from spies, because otherwise, unless they got a really smart demo man on their team who will lob grenades correctly, this sentry gun has a good habit of knocking people right off the map, and it also shoots this little hole at the point, and you've got a pretty good cover spot. If you have the short circuit and the rescue ranger, this is pretty much unstoppable next to a couple snipers or a really good spy. Alright, but the thing I really want to show you, it's funny as hell, and immediately after I used it, the enemy NGs were like, I'm using this too, is really stupid sentry spot. I'm sure someone who's watching this video knows about it, but this is funny as hell. I was running around the map with the seeing invisible barriers enabled, and I was just walking by here. I'm like, huh. I wonder if the first thing I wanted to put in was the teleporter. That didn't work. And I was like, oh, I could put it in a sentry gun though, probably. And I put in the mini sentry. I'm like, if I can put it in a mini sentry, I can probably put it in a dispenser. If I put it in a dispenser, maybe I can put it in a sentry gun. And that escalated from there. And then I just leveled up to level 3. And it kills everyone. And it's so easy to keep repairing. And again, if you have a short circuit, these kind of things are a pain in the ass, because now you can't use a demo man, and you can't really get it within shooting distance of me. So I'll usually put a dispenser here, and someone will try to come over from up here, but as long as I'm watching myself, I can take him down, or I can escape. If I put the dispenser here, I can escape. If it's here, I'll trap myself. And I'll run around, and just like hide around all these pillars while everyone keeps trying to kill me, and my sentry gun keeps gunning them down. And it works amazingly well. It's not unstoppable, but it's pretty great for buying some time. A lot of time, actually. Alright, the other thing I want to show you, I'm going to give myself the infinite stuff, is now you can do this with a dispenser and stuff, and you could just jump and place it without having to go all the way up. Assuming you already have your sentry up and you really want to put a teleporter here, you're worried about metal because there's too many engineers, or you're a mini sentry engineer, you could just place a dispenser and try to make, sorry for my frames dropping so much lately, or do it like, you know, like this, but 9 times out of 10 I tend to miss that, and I have to keep jumping and jumping, and I waste a ton of time, and so I just jump up here manually. Put a teleporter up here. I usually don't activate it unless I really think my team's going to be able to hold the first point or two. But otherwise, I just leave it there, and no one ever catches on to it. It pretty much always goes untouched. It just looks like another part of the scenery. Let me turn this off. It's a little bit red, but there's just not that many people that are looking at the entirety of their screen at any given moment. There's also this spot, which is already commonly used. I found it a really long time ago, and it's been all over the place, so a lot of people use that. This is an okay sentry spot. Often at the first point, I get it, you want to hold it, but unless you're sure the other team is trash, be prepared to abandon your stuff ASAP. Like, use it to get kills and buy time, and try to keep it as alive as long as you can. But it's better that if you know it's gonna die and there's stuff coming, if there's, like, you know, everyone's respawned at once and most of your team's dead, then what you'll want to do is just escape from there and start building somewhere else. You don't want to get so dedicated that you die and the engineer's out for like 20 seconds, because that's gonna mean they get to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and that's a huge problem. Alright, so you can put the sentry gun there. I see a lot of sentry guns go here, but it's pretty much a complete death trap. Any demo man could just lob a few grenades in here without ever having to get anywhere close to harm's way. I like it when I see people put stuff here because they're pretty well covered from most angles, so they can get dropped in from behind. There's always a way to take things out, so that's not what I'm trying to cover here. There's no unstoppable sentry locations. Just keep yourself with a short circuit. Try to keep yourself safe. Rescue Ranger and dispenser maybe. Let's see what else we got. I know it's not like the most effective thing in the world, but I do love putting sentry guns in stupid spots like a level 2 right here. Alright, somebody walks, they're dead. Period. You're gonna get shot right off. There's no two ways about it. My mouse 5 band too. I would like plus fast forward. I'm gonna set this thing to blue team. Oh! And they're gone. Let's see, what else can I show you about this map? Don't ever forget about this sewer area. An engineer could easily put a teleporter down, maybe hide it in a corner so you don't notice it right away when you're running in and looking around. And they could set up behind you. The thing about engineer on payload maps that you gotta remember is even if you've got a really cool teleporter that goes behind enemy lines, it's not as useful as you would think for your team to come in from behind at the enemy team. That means no one, or at least less people, are fighting the cart from moving. Their whole team is dedicated on that cart. If you have only like half or even just like 7/10 of your team trying to actually take on the cart and hold it back, then you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose the game. So you want to keep it primarily for yourself, the sneaky ones, and for like someone you can trust who's gonna cause a lot of damage and make use of that teleport. Spies are actually the most unnecessary people to teleport because they already have their ways to get behind people. Think of more like a heavy or a really good demo man or a soldier. Let's see. Also another useful tidbit, since almost no one ever goes this way, if you find the time to do it, putting a dispenser down, grabbing the ammo kit here, and then jump here, put an exit, break it, and run as a blue team member. You'll find a lot of times that'll survive for quite a while, and then later when you want to, or when the point just gets capped and that door gets closed, you can teleport up there, assuming it's not getting blocked off, so you probably should put it a little bit farther forward if you can. But then you teleport to it and drop a level 3 right on their balcony. You might win the game from it, but it's probably going to get blown up, but it definitely buys you a lot of time. Putting sentry guns and stuff in high traffic areas that are also not very predictable. Here, for example. That's going to attack the cart right as it comes around that corner, and probably everyone on it's going to get blown up because the cart's going to be here and the rockets are going to blow it up. It'll also kill all the people who are like, oh, I got the health kit. Dead. Things like that. Also another good one would just be right here. I know that a lot of people are always like, sentry gun needs to kill everyone and suppress an entire team. It's like, that's true. There needs to be an engineer doing that, or at least a lot of good people, or a couple really, really good people. But if you're a spare engineer, then there's no reason for you to put all your eggs in one basket and get yourselves try-harded out by one direct hit soldier who's like, oh, I'm going to take down all the sentries in here like a joke. I know one time I was a demo man and they had 3 sentry guns on this point and we hadn't capped the other point over there, and I just jumped in through there, walked over that fence, blew it all up. Because the engineers need to be a little bit more spread out than that. Anyways, there's not too much else for me to say. There's just lots and lots of places you could put things down. I really just wanted to show those spots. And I'm sorry that this, I don't know, this might not be the most informative video, but I think that a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun with the few things that I did show. So have a nice day and catch you next time.